now, I got EAs in here, so the BCAs. We're rocking BCAs forever. Right now, I got EAs in here, so the BCAs. We're rocking BCAs forever. I just switched to EAs for an intro workout because it has electrolytes and it keeps you so much more focused, as well as you can endure a hell of a lot more. Even the pre-workout, you know, helps you endure shit. This stuff, whew, you take pre-workout as long as I have. Excellent.
EAAs.
Essential amino acids.
All right.
Plus electrolytes, which is like your sodium, your magnesium, all that good stuff. Potassium.
Getting there.
Bulking too much. Gained 10 pounds since last September.
10 pounds of muscle.
10 pounds of lean muscle. Somehow, everyone says I look bigger, so I was like, oh, at least something's working. You never notice the results yourself until someone actually says something.
There you go.
But actually, I'm just getting fat. He's like, oh crap.
1 year full of bulking?
What's that?
1 year full of bulking?
I did 2 years full of bulking. That was a hard gain. I started at 155, so I ate and ate and ate. I just didn't eat like, when you have to still structure your eating. You can't just eat and think you're gonna get fucking huge. It doesn't work like that. You have to still structure your meals. You just have to up the calorie intake within those meals and snack on a few things that are like very high in fats. For me anyway, I'm not sure about everyone else. Everyone else is different. But for me, it was peanut butter and fucking nuts galore. Like peanuts, cashews, almonds, walnuts, everything. All the high fats, but good foods. Bulked up on Fridays, cheat mealed. You know, good old Wendy's or something like that. Just
yeah, buddy.
Make you want to throw up. All the sodium. But once I eat it now, I literally want to throw up sometimes. I still taste it like hours into my day. I go to burp and shit. And brutal. Okay, one more set. I'm gonna do some leg press.
Leg press, baby. How do you stay motivated, bro?
How do I stay motivated?
Yeah.
Just
Saturday, but some guys are, it's Friday, they just woke up.
Hungover as shit.
Yeah. And you still go to the gym.
Yeah, I still do that. Depending on the day, or like the night, see what it kind of throws at me. Like, don't be scared to go out and drink. Control it though. Like, you're gonna go out and drink one night. Make sure your carbs are low that night. Make sure, you know, you don't have a really heavy workout day the next day, but you should probably try to get something in, whether just even be cardio and abs. Keep it simple. You have to get the blood going. Sweat out some of the alcohol. I mean, or just straight up recover and at least be able to go the next day. Don't like take 3 days off after you've just calorie exploded. Sorry, that didn't make any sense. Cut that out. Yeah, basically once you've carb loaded, because all the beers, the liquor, the sugary drinks, all that lovely stuff.
Just get in there.
Just get in there and do it. Just do it.
Look at this contraption.
I know, I'm kind of looking at this like, huh. So I've never seen a leg press like this before. It is the multi-leg press, I believe. This will go down, turn into a hack squat. heard about these ones, but never got to use one. But I think I'm just gonna do leg press because I've already done hack squats this week. So it's gonna be this very close, narrow stance leg press, which is good because I haven't done one of those in a little while. Where the fuck was? Oh, right there. To make sure things are firing, make sure things are looking proper, and if you don't know, ask. I mean, there's trainers usually all around your gym. I mean, they're getting paid to be there, unless they're working commission.
Instincts going no, looking bad like a bat with an eye patch. All black through the woods with a backpack and a lit match. Spark one time, get the whole city looking like a dark shade of orange when I burn it down. What it is, what it do, whole clique getting live on the talk of the town. Let me city had a mouth and it wouldn't shut up. On a hunt for a crown, when they get it, I'ma burn it, cause nobody in the game right now even deserve it. What ended the crown?
Okay, top threes.
Top threes.
2 and 3. Top threes. That is the new segment here.
Yeah.
Quick tips.
Quick tips.
Quick tips. Quick tips. Now, actually, top 3 injury tips.
Top 3 injury tips.
You're injured. You fucked up.
I messed up.
You fucked up.
I fucked right up.
What are the top 3?
Of my injuries?
Yeah, no, top 3 tips of recovering.
Oh, recovering. Whew.
Let's just say you like that bicep blown. What do you do?
You gotta try not to lift heavy weight for the first tip because you're never gonna recover. You're gonna end up just tearing it, and then eventually scar tissue will keep building up and keep building up and building up, and then you literally have to go see a chiropractor to get it out or retire as workouts and everything else. So another tip for injury would be roll it out. That's one of the tips that I've learned from my chiropractor is just roll it out. If you are like you can't get it yourself, especially if it's like a back or a buttocks kind of thing, like you're not gonna sit there and just start working it. I mean you can, but I mean it might be as effective as like those rollers that have the little pegs on them basically. Those are the best ones I find for me because it digs deep and you can really get that scar tissue I guess broken, break up that scar tissue, I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, roll it out. Or get a lacrosse ball, say it's like your shoulders or something like that, get a lacrosse ball, a tennis ball I guess if you can't find a lacrosse ball, but find a hard ball, mainly. That's what you need, lacrosse balls are the best. That's what I've always been told, and I've used them a lot too, so like a lot of different people told me they just use lacrosse ball. And you can even do that for like your certain spots, and like for me right now I have to put it on just the top of the glute right now. I have a lot of scar tissue buildup right now from that. So, and I think that was it felt like heavy squats was doing that. That's what kind of stopped me from doing heavy squats for a bit. Which, also another tip is just lower the weight. I mean, you're not gonna be able to do 315 if you got an injury like myself. I have to drop the weight and just be very careful not to irritate it as much, because all I'm gonna do is break up the scar tissue like I said in the first tip, and it's not gonna recover. It's just gonna take forever. Again, it's gonna take so much, literally gonna take longer than expected. You're gonna be just mad at yourself, beating yourself up, and then it becomes a mental game, which kind of like throttles a lot of people's exercises and workouts, and even just the ability to go to the gym. I mean, that stops people from doing that stuff. So, or anything really, sometimes work. So be very careful with your workouts. Be very cautious and be working on form. That's what I've been doing a lot lately, just even with like the littlest things, right? Just kind of always work on that form to make sure things are firing, make sure things are looking proper. And if you don't know, ask. I mean, there's trainers usually all around your gym. I mean, they're getting paid to be there, unless they're working commission. But
what is it, the brick? Oh,
that's hard. But that's basically all I have for injuries. Also, I got a few other tips actually. Ice usually works well for certain injuries, especially if it's just a tear in the muscle. If it's a minor tear, I usually like to put ice on it. I usually have that shoulder problems for a while. I was trying to lift heavy, like a lot. My shoulders just said no. They said nope, you can fuck right off. So I like to ice stuff if it's bothering me or stuff like shit like that.
Do you eat more, or do you keep steady with the diet?
I keep steady with the diet. Like, don't try to go off the rails kind of thing. You wanna stay relatively good with your diet, even if you are injured. I mean, if you can't lift heavy, maybe I'd say drop maybe a meal, but it just depends on your workout. It depends who you are. I mean, if your metabolism's fast, and keep it the same. I wouldn't, or up it if you have to. Who knows? Like, people with high metabolisms are more so-called hard gainers. They need a lot of food, a lot of calorie intake, and a lot of timed calorie intake. I find timing works. So that's a whole nother video though. But
okay.
What else do we got?
That's good.
I think that's
that was
three.
I think that was good.
Yeah. Well, I think that was 4, but whatever.
That's fine. All right.
Whatever
great.
looks the best. Good all-around gym, actually.
Solid.
Solid gym, yeah. Especially up here. Like, up here is awesome. I mean, you're gonna sweat more because it's on a second level. You can feel the heat up here. That was the gist of that. Actually, it's a pretty good gym, a good setup, good machines, good all-around gym. Actually,
Solid.
solid gym, yeah. Especially up here. Like, up here is awesome. You're gonna sweat more because it's on a second level. You can feel the heat up here. Great gym. I highly recommend it for anybody, any gym goer. One hell of a leg day with Fred here, who not only loves to tape me a lot. It's review-wise, good gym. A lot of older equipment, which isn't too bad because some of the old stuff is the best stuff. All in all, though, good gym, good workout. Man, it could have went 10 times harder, but I thought I did pretty good. But it's also second leg day of the week, so I can never go as hard as I did the first time. We're gonna shoot some vlogs out. I'm gonna have some stuff up on the website, so stay tuned for that. I will let you know on probably Instagram, because that's usually my main platform. I'll probably put it out on Facebook too for anybody that actually follows me on Facebook. But for the all in all, we got more vlogs coming out. Like, we're going to talk about the biomechanics of deadlifts and like bench press and squat and all those lovely compound movements that everybody loves. So we're going to do that, and then we have, what else do we have set up for?
I think a little bit more homework fitness.
Yeah, we're gonna actually go stop by and see Jordan and Cass at their place here soon again. I like working out with him. He's a good workout partner, and he's definitely someone you can listen to, and actually he speaks the truth rather than some of these gurus or shit you hear on the internet all the time. So yeah, go check out Homework Fitness. Go talk to Cass or Jordan. Cass is more the hit. Jordan's more the bodybuilding kind of expert at things. Because like he said before, you can do all the cardio you want, but if you're not lifting any weights, you're not going to burn as much fat as you could by lifting weights. It's scientifically proven. So I highly recommend going to see those two. They have their own home gym, so if you feel like you're scared to get into a gym, or you feel like you're going to be judged, that's a great place to start and get used to lifting weights and feeling comfortable, because they're very inviting, very informative. So yeah, we're going to be hitting them up again soon. Can't wait for that. We got, we're gonna be hitting probably more gyms up as well. We're gonna try to expand our network as much as possible.
Any gyms out there?
Any gyms out there want to collab? Hey, anybody that's actually out there that wants to collab with me, that knows that their gym will allow us to film, hit me up on Instagram or Facebook, or yeah, basically those two platforms. Mostly Instagram. Hit me in the DMs. I look forward to collabing with anybody that wants to collab, like anything. And he's back. But yeah, anything at all would be great. Really, like I'm looking forward to collabing with anybody and get, you know, bouncing ideas off each other, what they think, what gym equipment they like, anything like that. Like, so, you know what, hit me up in the DMs.
Kai Green.
Kai Green. Regan Grimes, hey, I don't live very far. So yeah, we can make the trip out there, depending on how far you're talking, but here comes the boss man. Yeah. So yeah,
all right.
Wrap it up. Go follow Fred Easy 21 on Instagram. Go follow Mopar Bro. Go follow Fitness Bro 21. Go follow me. And go follow Jordan Prado, The Grind.
The Grind X.
Grind X and The Cass on Instagram.
All right.
All right.
Cool.
Top 3 recovery tips. That's what we're talking. Top 3 recovery tips.
Instincts going no, looking bad like a bat with an eye patch. All black through the woods with a backpack and a lit match. Spark one time, get the whole city looking like a dark shade of orange when I burn it down. What it is, what it do, whole clique getting live on the talk of the town. Let my city had a mouth and it wouldn't shut up. On a hunt for a crown, when I get it, I'ma burn it, cause nobody in the game right now even deserve it. What ended it?
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Boy.
Back in the session.
Back in the session.
What are we doing?
Oh,
we got copyright music playing live. I don't know.
Oh shit! We're getting in trouble.
Oh, we're getting in trouble.
We're going to jail.
Okay, back on the session. What is? Explain this new little session we're doing. The top 3s. What is that about?
Yeah, just,
Quick tidbits.
Quick tidbits. Yeah, just little tips and tricks, whatever it takes to, you know,
It's good for you.
give you that extra edge in the gym. That's pretty much it.
Exactly. So top of your head, and actually the concept is top of your head too. Very general.
I have nothing written down. This is just off the top of the dome.
Yeah.
Nothing, you know. I haven't like pre-planned this. We're just winging it.
Exactly.
Yeah, just winging it.
So top 3. What are we doing right now?
Top 3. Top 3 recovery tips. That's what
Top
we're
three.
talking. Yeah. Top 3 recovery tips. I would say definitely have the protein shake after your workout. It's definitely going to help with all the aminos and everything. It's going to help with muscle recovery as well. It's going to help, you know, gain the muscle. It's going to build the muscle back properly as well. It's going to maintain muscle when you drink that protein shake, but more or less for the amino acids that you need after the workout, because you're gonna deplete your muscles. You're gonna deplete all, like, your scar tissue is gonna be ripped, fascia is gonna be ripped, tissue is gonna be ripped. So big thing for recovery, I find, is definitely the protein shake. It's one of those just kind of common things nowadays. Like, after your workout, have the protein shake, and then usually about an hour have your meal, just for that extra, you know, for your macros to be still on point and stuff like that. I always have one more meal after my protein shakes before I go to bed, because I work out late, so I usually have the protein shake, wait about an hour, have my shower and stuff like that, and usually by that time I'm usually, you know, on Instagram posting stuff, so usually by that time I'm ready for my last meal before I go to bed, which is never high carbs. It's always meat and veggies, more or less. But sometimes I have been craving those carbs late at night. Getting rough, but it is what it is. Another recovery obviously would be to roll out whatever you just worked on. Like, say you did back, probably a good idea to roll your back out, do a couple stretches. Don't do too many static stretches. So they've been studied, and it's been shown that they usually don't do much for you. Actually, you're more prone to an injury sometimes, depending on who you are. You do static stretches, try to do, like, you know, mobility work, more or less. Just make sure all your joints are moving properly. You can still stretch out all your muscles with mobility work as well. So yeah, definitely roll it out or stretch after the workout. I find before there's really no point. Unless you sit around on a desk all day, then I would maybe do a couple little mobility exercises to kind of just get the blood flowing, get you moving, get the joints moving and stuff like that. Other than that, no point in static stretching. So thirdly, I would say BCAAs it really helps too. I find drinking BCAAs during a workout, or sorry, EAAs, I find are even better now. I was on the BCAAs forever, and then I just recently switched to EAAs, which is the essential amino acids. They still have the branch chain in there, but they have a couple extra little things. Like I think tyrosine, isn't it? Yeah. And then there is electrolytes, which, you know, your sodium and your magnesium and your phosphorus stuff, like all that stuff. All your electrolytes are in the EAs, which are not in BCAAs. And I found during the workout, it's helped with recovery, and it's helped me even, like, my endurance is a lot better because of the electrolytes. I'm not so mentally fatigued, like I just keep going. And I love that. I found that was really helpful, and yeah, my recovery's been wicked actually. As well as take your vitamins as well. That's another, I guess that's 4 tips, but take your vitamins. They help. You don't get enough vitamins a day from food, so take those like multivitamins and stuff like that. Those will help with recovery as well. But that's pretty much my top 3 recovery. I mean, there's tons actually, but we're gonna go just those 3 are pretty straightforward. So number 1, recap. Take your protein shake after your workout, because that's all your aminos. It rebuilds your muscle tissue. It helps with maintaining muscle. It helps with recovery. There's all the branch chain amino acids and everything in there. You got like your tryptophan as well, which is a recovery and a muscle builder. You have like, you know, arginine. You have, fuck, the list goes on. Like, just look at the back of your protein container. Yeah. Secondly.
I was upstairs.
Oh, roll it out.
Roll it out, yeah.
Roll it out. Roll it out.
Buy a roller.
Yeah, buy a roller or use the gyms. Usually a couple of gyms have that kind of, those equipment. So roll it out or stretch it out. Whatever you gotta do, lacrosse ball it out. Just make sure you stretch it out. I know I'm terrible for it. I need to take my own advice on this one. But I still stretch as much as I can, but I should be stretching more. But seriously, stretch it out, because you will fend off any injury by doing so for your next workouts. So
number 3.
And number 3, BCAAs or EAAs. I like to do it for intro workout. I mean, it's good actually to drink them before you even go to bed too. Sometimes, like have a little, you know, cup before bed, or even sometime during the day, whatever. It'll help with basically everything. Like, you are made of amino acids, basically. And drink lots of water. I almost forgot about that. Just drink lots of water too. Your body needs water. But stick to the EAAs or BCAAs, whatever works best. I mean, like I said, I did BCAAs forever. I just switched to EAAs, and it's been working great for me. I like it. Need to get a different flavor though. This flavor's a little.
But top 3 tips for our beer drinking brothers out there.
The beer drinking brothers.
Yes, sir.
And
yes.
Chaquitas.
Instincts going no, looking bad like a bat with an eye patch. All black through the woods with a backpack and a lit match. Spark one time, get the whole city looking like a dark shade of orange when I burn it down. What it is, what it do, whole clique getting live on the talk of the town. Lemon City had a mouth and it wouldn't shut up. On a hunt for a crown, when I get it, I'ma burn it, cause nobody in the game right now even deserve it. What ended it?
Sorry to impose, but top 3 tips for our beer drinking brothers out there.
The beer drinking brothers.
Yes, sir.
And
yes.
Chaquitas.
Actually, top 3 tips on how do you mix it in. Everyone says stop drinking beer.
True.
Everyone says that.
They say yes. So I guess top 3 for maintaining a fit body while drinking alcohol. I'd say just limit it to 1 day a week. I mean, if you're really serious, or just limit the amount of drinks. Like, if you come home and have a beer or 2, or have a glass of wine or 2.
1 or 2 max.
1 or 2 max. like during the week, I mean, you shouldn't. I know people are like that. I got a couple buddies that are like that, but they'll drink like a lot, not one or two. They drink to get drunk. So I don't drink during the week at all. That's just who I am. It's how I've always been. So yeah, I don't drink during the week. I usually pick Friday, Saturday. One of those nights I may go ham, but I don't like to go ham too much. I am getting a little older now. It's a lot harder to recover. So I usually pick one night where if I'm gonna drink a lot, then yeah, it's gonna be one night and that's it. And I lower so the main thing with alcohol too, like second tip would be lower the carbs, I would even lower the fats a little bit too in your diet that day. So say you're going on Friday, try to stick with still the same amount of protein the whole day, but go with like lower carbs, maybe half a cup of rice instead of a cup of rice, you know what I mean? Or like try to eat vegetables more or less through the day, but try to get your fats in still, like obviously whatever your healthy fats, like your favorite healthy fats, like avocado, peanut butter, almond butter, all that good stuff. Eggs, those are my favorite. Actually, number 3 that would be if you can. I mean, I like my beers, so yeah, it's definitely gonna be a low carb beer when I can. I usually drink Bud Light. I'm a Bud Light man, so which I know it's pussy beer to some people, but still is beer.
Beer is beer.
Beer is beer. So, yeah, but the main thing that if you really are adamant on drinking, try to stay away from all the sugary stuff. Like, mixed drinks, not your best bet. I found that, I read it in a Muscle Insider or Health and Fitness or something like that. I know I read a magazine where there was a doctor on there who had a PhD, doctorate and everything about, he was talking about just limiting down to straight alcohol. So like a glass of whiskey, rum, stuff like that, just on the ice. Maybe a little bit of water to water it down if you can't handle it. But my grandfather actually used to do that a lot with his whiskey. But yeah, so just stick with straight alcohol if you're really worried about it. I mean, if you can handle it. Like I said, try to stay away from sugary stuff, any kind of sugary stuff, because it's just bad. You're just adding extra calories, putting more body fat on you with all that sugar. And obviously with the beers, like it is, there's yeast, which is bad. I get that. It just depends on your body. If you know your body too, like I've been working out for the last 3 years, so I know like I did take it really easy. I still drank on the weekends and stuff, but not like crazy. But like, during the winter months, you kind of, you're like, oh, there's nothing much to do, especially if I don't sled, I don't snowboard. I mean, I used to do, tried to do snowboarding back when I was younger, but landed on my knees didn't end well. didn't really go back after that too much.
Okay.
So review was, the first one was just limit it to 1 day a week if you can, or just seldomly not drink as much. If you're gonna have a couple beers, don't have 8 to 10 or 15 or whatever. But if you are, I would stick to one night of that, because you're gonna be hungover as shit the next day.
Cheat day,
yeah, you could use it as a cheat day, I guess, because you want to recover and you're going to be putting a lot of carbs in your body. So I would say the next day too to maybe just keep the carbs a little low too, because you've just kind of overdone it. Your macro count is now off. So I would stick with protein and even just fats for the day for your energy, right? That's what I use a lot. I'm in a mixture of, it's kind of random, but I'm in a mixture of like keto / low carb, I guess you could say, because some days I'll just eat like a lot of fats and protein, and then I'll have my carbs other days, and then build up from the carbs, then drop it again and go right down to fats sometimes and start back up. So I kind of play with it a little bit. So that's why you gotta work your macros out that day. I guess that's the second one. Or get your macros so that you can lower the carbs, lower the fats, keep your protein the same. So third one, stick to straight alcohol.
Talk about vodka and whiskey.
Whatever floats your boat.
On the rocks.
On the rocks. Yeah, on the rocks. No mix. That's your best bet. Lower calories, no sugars, low carbs basically. Straight alcohol. Yeah, so those are top 3 for drinking beer.
Boom!
Or alcohol, for that matter.
I actually love that segment.
Cheers.
Actually, now that we're rolling with this, I'm gonna keep rolling with you because we're flowing. Okay, second segment. Here we go. Triceps.
Talk about the triceps.
The brother of the biceps.
The brother of the biceps. Like that actually.
Instincts going no, looking bad like a bat with an eye patch. All black through the woods with a backpack and a lit match. Spark one time, get the whole city looking like a dark shade of orange when I burn it down. What it is, what it do, whole clique getting live on the talk of the town. Like my city had a mouth and it wouldn't shut up. On a hunt for a crown, when I get it, I'ma burn it, cause nobody in the game right now even deserve it. What ended the crown?
Okay, second segment. Here we go. Triceps.
Talk about the triceps.
The brother of the biceps.
The brother of the biceps. Like that actually. Alright, we're gonna talk about the tricep push down or pull down, because for this one you can use a short bar or a V bar. Like the rope is one of the best ones. This exercise, it's gonna work your overall tricep, but it's mainly to work it through a full range of motion, because like you're gonna be here and you're gonna lock out, right? So with this movement, you obviously set it up at the top of the pulleys. In a cable machine, you're gonna set it up at the top of the pulleys with, you know, the rope or the V-bar or the straight bar, whatever it feels comfortable, whatever you're kind of working. The straight bar is gonna get like more of your upper tricep, whereas the push down, or sorry, the pull down is going to get that nice little horseshoe right here. That nice little, kind of looks like you have a little dick on your arm, but yeah. So this is how you set it up. So you get it on top of the pulley. You're gonna lock your elbows into your hips, basically, or like close to your hips, like pretty much into your lats. I mean, if you have lats, but you're mainly gonna tuck them to your hips, and you're not gonna move them. You're going to lock them there, because a lot of people do this movement wrong, and then they decide to let their elbows come up. You don't want to let your elbows come up. You need to lock it in there, and you're gonna bring it down and back up. These puppies right here, they don't move. So from there, you're going to, pretty straightforward movement, you know, pull her down. The main thing with this movement is try not to lean into it too much, because now you're just using your body weight to try to pull it down or push it down, right? And a lot of times when you do heavy with this movement, your lats will start to take over a little bit too, because you're just kind of giving it this guy here, and especially if you're doing like a push down. You know, like for me, I find my lats will start to engage a little bit if I go too heavy. So I like to keep this weight like probably 65 to 70% of your 1 rep max, especially for reps, because that's all it really should be used for. I would not go for strength for this one at all. It's mainly for tone and definition, and overall strength as well too. It'll help that in the long run, but mainly it's to get that nice little, you know, nice little horseshoe and the big old sweep down there. So yeah, try not to lean into it, because you'll see a lot of guys in the gym you'll see them when they're like bent right over, trying to just do the exercise. It's not actually proper. You want to stay relatively still when you do this. You want to be like locked right in, and you want to be still. You don't want to lean in. You don't want to go back or forward. You want to be locked in. Elbows locked in. You're locked in. Core engaged. That is where you're gonna get the most out of this workout. For beginners, we're gonna do 4 sets of 8 to 15 reps, roughly, whatever feels comfortable. And for advanced, I would say about probably 5, 8 to 12. You can either pyramid the weight or keep it the same, but always start out with a warm-up. Every exercise, I always advise to start with a warm-up set, just to get the blood in there and get the mind-muscle connection going. Because other than that, then you're just kind of just going with the motion. So make sure you get that blood in there before you start actually doing your working weight, or if you're pyramiding like most advanced people would be doing, or if you're just having that day where you're just going straight to failure too, right? If you're going straight to failure, this isn't for more advanced people, but if you're going to go straight to failure, then that's when I would just stay the same way and just keep going until you got nothing left. So don't do this exercise as your first movement. I would always start with, like for triceps, you always want to start with a compound movement, because you're gonna fatigue later on in the workout. So always start with a compound movement. And I would use this one either probably in the middle of the workout. I like it in the middle, sometimes the end. So I like to mix it up. I'll do middle, some days I'll do the end. I'll just go crazy and just try to beat the crap out of my triceps so I have nothing left. Make sure there's so much blood in there that it fills up and makes you look huge. So that's basically it for the tricep push down, pull down. Like I said, use V-bars, use straight bars, use ropes, use handles actually too. Handles are great for more contraction. And like I said, this is a movement for overall range of motion, so you really want to be able to lock her out. Sometimes it's okay if you want to go heavy, like not relatively heavy, but heavy enough that you won't get maybe the full range, but you're still gonna get a good exercise. You're still gonna get a good pump. You're gonna get all the blood in there. You're gonna still tear fascia and muscle tissue and all that. So it's not that you don't have to, but I would mainly, especially for beginners, to just focus on the whole range of motion. Just go through the whole motion and make sure it works. Make sure you feel it. The biggest thing I find is that you have to make sure you're feeling the workout, because if you're not, like if nothing's firing, then switch it up. I think I've talked about this before, like with every exercise. Just switch it up. If it ain't working, switch it. Do something relatively the same, just different angle maybe, different equipment, stuff like that, right? But that's everything for the tricep pushdown. I hope you enjoy that, and hit me up at, on Instagram at Tyler_Wood90 if you don't already follow me. If you do, thank you very much.